Tranche 2, Phase 2. This is the third day of evidence of HN1, the undercover police officer who used the undercover name Matt Rayner to infiltrate animal rights groups in the early 1990s. I think this afternoon was, particularly the last sort of half hour of the hearing, were particularly interesting. Emma Gargata really skewered HN1 over his inability to engage with Operation Hearn, his lies to the Undercover Policing Inquiry in his impact statement, and in his application for anonymity. He continued to maintain the ridiculous fiction that he had cooperated fully, when in reality he had done no such thing. We saw a lot of his... I know I've got to go. I'm being asked if I want to go for a drink, but I'm doing dry January, kids. Don't drink in January. Or, well, you know. Yeah, I think his position is completely non-credible now. It's a completely untenable position. His approach of claiming that he even said, "I've been collaborative, cooperative, and open, but I don't want any praise for it," which was kind of ridiculous, because actually what he's done is obfuscate, lie, and fail to mention some of the most important facts which are pertinent to the reality of his deployment. We saw repeated times, and it was particularly related to his relationship with Liz Fuller, the way in which he exploited the situation, preyed on her vulnerabilities, and manipulated her. He rejected the apology that the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police had given to all the women, saying it didn't apply to him, claiming that he didn't want to be tarred with the same brush as the other officers. I have to say, of all the officers we've heard so far, his has been some of the most manipulative, the most cruel, the most deceitful, and the most wrong. He is genuinely an appalling human being who deserves nothing more than everybody's complete derision. His evidence was beneath contempt in every possible way. It was particularly good to hear Emma Gargata skewer him so effectively and so directly. I mean, I was after hearing that, I do not understand why he would be able to be allowed to keep his anonymity. I would hope that at the end of this process, much like when Vincent Harvey was given evidence and his anonymity was rescinded after his evidence had finished, I can only hope that this is exactly what will happen to HN1. There's a lot of things that could be said. It's Friday afternoon. I'm going to do a Spaces tomorrow at 10 a.m. because I don't want to do it tonight, because I'm off to Kingston-upon-Thames right now to the Fighting Cocks to go and see the restarts. Bye, take care. Yeah, everybody's disappearing around me. I've come outside because yesterday the staff were really wanted to go home. But yeah, thanks for joining. I will do a more in-depth recap in the morning on Twitter Spaces. It's always difficult on a Friday afternoon. These hearings are only meant to be on Mondays to Thursdays normally, but yeah, it's all gone off script slightly. But yeah, thanks for joining. Check out the tweets. I've covered it more fully there. In short, HN1 is a liar. He's a contemptible human being and has been utterly despicable. Thanks for joining.